What do you mean it sucks?
This pepper beef is too damn spicy.
What are you talking about? This is good.
As you all know, EVO just passed this weekend. It was a great tournament that happened. All the games were pretty damn hype. Tekken, Marvel, Street Fighter, BlazBlue, from what I understand, was extremely hype. I didn't get to watch it though. Smash was pretty hype from there. Wasn't my favorite, but you know, it was still pretty entertaining to watch. But yes, EVO overall was very, very enjoyable to watch. I wish I was there, but unfortunately I could not be because I am broke. But what was very cool was that the Namco officially announced Tekken 7. Well, you may know, as it was very leaked on the internet, that Namco's announcement of Tekken 7 was leaked the morning of the announcement. So, or rather the day before. I think it was the day before or the morning of, not remember. But yeah, that was very unfortunate for Namco that it was leaked. But regardless, Katsuhiro Harada went forward with the announcement anyways and showed this tiny little teaser trailer that displayed at EVO 2014 to officially announce Tekken 7 into the fray. Now, this video here is I'm going to take a look at the teaser itself. It's not a full trailer, because yes, it is a trailer, but it's not like, you know, a full-length trailer with like gameplay and like more info than what we're given by the teaser. So I'm going to take a look at this and let's see what we can find from the teaser. I've already looked a little bit, so I might play it a little bit in slow motion, pause it from here to there, but I'm going to show you the interesting parts of this teaser and what it may bring to the story and events of the storyline, etc. Okay, so let's play this. So you can see it's all obviously very old camera. This when I first watched this, I thought this was something like out of what is it? Fatal Frame. All of a sudden, all right, and you see that someone's opened the door, and you could see that there's I don't know if you can see my mouse. Let me unhide that. Maybe now you can see it. But if you look at the shadow of the person who's opening the door, you could see that the pants are very big. You know, they're very karate pants, and then the top is noticeably bare, and the hair or the head noticeably has a point at the end of it. So this person is probably Kazuya, judging by the shadow. And judging by the fact that it's an old camera, this may be an event from the past, something that happened a long time ago, which the old camera footage is trying to emphasize.
You're here.
Yeah.
That must mean the time has come.
Right. Time has come. Produced by Namco Bandai Games. And then all these footages here, you can all see a lot of different footages from a lot of Tekken cinematics, a lot of Mishima stuff, Jin and Heihachi and Jinpachi and all that. And you can see that it says, I must stop him, I must stop Heihachi. And I don't know why Kazuya's looking like a giant monster here, but the fact that she says, I must stop Heihachi, which means that she, who, I'm assuming this is the wife of Heihachi, who later in the teaser they said her name was Kazumi. I believe that's implying that her name is Kazumi. She has some kind of essential role to the plot, that she has some kind of power that will stop the Mishima bloodline. I'm not really sure.
By now, I'm sure that Heihachi has realized with my powers.
See, in this line right here, he was born with my powers, which this line is very, very peculiar because, as far as I know, Heihachi does not have any devil powers because, I'm sure it's been retconned before, but in the original Tekken storyline, when when Kazuya was thrown off the cliff, and then he barely survived falling, he made a pact with the devil to survive. Apparently they say it's not the actual devil, but it's like an alien kind of thing. It made a pact with the devil in order to give him powers and survive so that he could defeat Heihachi, get his revenge on Heihachi, whatever. So, you know, the devil gene, which is started with Kazuya, obviously descended to Jin, but Heihachi is not a part of that entire bloodline. So when he says he was born with my powers, I'm not really sure what she means there, unless of course she was talking about Kazuya, because Kazuya may have had the devil powers from the start, or he may just have a sensitive connection to the supernatural, which is why he was able to contact the devil and have the angel inside him the whole time. So she may be as a personification of the angel kind of character. She is the one who created Angel inside Kazuya. Also, you could see that her what is this? I wouldn't really know what to call this, but this jewelry right here is in the shape of a goose or a swan. So a lot of Tekken characters have animal motifs. Jun has a crow motif right now. So this is a swan motif, which is very, very interesting. Might be something very symbolic. Now, I was originally thinking that this game might have taken maybe a prequel because it started off like that, and you showed Kazuya's mother, Heihachi's wife. But you could see here that Heihachi's hair is white, so this is obviously taking in the present time. And they're standing by the volcano, which I hope might be a new stage. It would be crazy if this was by the stage, which is, you know, if you know anything about the Misha families, is that they love taking vacations to volcanoes and throwing each other into volcanoes just for fun. So, it seems that Kazumi was killed by Heihachi, because that's obviously Kazuya talking, but that may mean that Kazumi may not be a playable character, but rather will just be a storyline central character. And then he's probably going to turn to Devil, probably. The final battle. See, the final battle. This is also very peculiar, because what does this mean? I really don't know. Is this the last Tekken in this series? Because that is very, very interesting that Namco would let go one of their biggest and one of their most famous and oldest IPs. Maybe this means that this is the final battle for the Mishima storyline, perhaps? Maybe this is just a resolution to the Mishima story. Maybe they're going to start a new storyline. Or maybe they're just tired of doing Tekken series and they want to do new series because, well, you know, Tekken's going on for a long time. But I certainly hope they keep going with the series because, well, it's very entertaining to play and it's very enjoyable and I love it. But the final battle, what does that mean? I don't really know. It could be the end of the Tekken series. It could be the end of the Mishima storyline. It could be anything, really. I mean, it could just be the final battle between Heihachi and Kazuya. Maybe they'll both die in this game. I don't know, you know? We don't know. We don't know. And judging by the fact... Oh, there's a nice Tekken 7 logo. But judging by the fact that it was Kazuya and Heihachi focused on the the teaser, I have a feeling that this game is gonna go back to its Tekken 1 and 2 roots rather than moving forward. I mean, yes, it's gonna take place in present time, but notice how there was no mention of Jin or anything like that in the storyline. So it may be that this game is gonna focus on the Kazuya and Heihachi rivalry rather than the Jin, because Jin has been the main character since Tekken 3, unless you want to count Lars as the main character as Tekken 6. So it's very, very interesting what they're doing here, as I think they're going to try to tie up loose ends here and have Kazuya finally face Heihachi once and for all. I don't know how the rest of the characters are going to fit into this, because obviously they have to announce a King of Iron Fist tournament, because that's always how these games go. So we'll have to see, but I feel like the central figure of this game is going to be Kazuya's relationship with Heihachi, and the new character, Kazumi, who's going to have whatever role effect on the plot, but it's clearly going to have some kind of supernatural effect, because she implied something about powers. Whether she's talking about Heihachi, or she's talking about Kazuya, probably talking about Kazuya now that I think about it. We'll just have to see. And there we go, Heihachi and Kazumi right there. The thing about this is that the other names are in there, so I'm thinking they may... It feels like they may make Heihachi into some kind of sympathetic character, even though it says that Heihachi killed Kazumi, and, you know, Heihachi has like no redeeming quality, he's a complete jerkhole. But, you know, at one point, he did have a wife and he did have a kid, so who knows, maybe he was a good guy, you know, maybe this whole writing right here is symbolic that at one point, Heihachi, like Kazuya, was not that bad of a dude. But according to Jinpachi's storyline, Heihachi was always a dick because Heihachi was the one who imprisoned Jinpachi in order to take over the corporation. So we're not really sure how this is gonna go forward here. Because Kazumi seems like a decent kind of girl. So what's interesting here is that I wonder what would make her, you know, be with Heihachi, unless it was like a forced marriage kind of thing. And that's the end of the teaser. But let's see. Let me go back here and see that this. I have a second thought that this may be Jun, but that would be something that would be very, very twisty. That would just be very heavily, like, you know, out of nowhere. The thing that's weird about that is that she's here and she's looking a little bit young. Let me see if I can find that scene where they show her mouth. There you go. See, her face looks a little bit young here. So it may be Jun. It may be Kazuya and Jun talking. Something like that. It may be both of them talking after Tekken 2 because I do believe it was after. It may be before, in between Tekken 1 and 2, or after Tekken 2. I don't remember when they conceived Jin. I think it was after Tekken 1, but another thought in my head is saying that it was after Tekken 2. So not really sure how that's gonna turn out. But if it may be Jun, it may be Kazumi. I'm thinking it's Kazumi, but I'm also thinking it could be Jun, because that, you know, they may be talking about Jin. Maybe they're saying that Jin was born with my powers. So you don't never know, because like you'll never know who they're talking about. It's still kind of ambiguous, although the most direct path is this is Kazumi, and she's talking about how Kazuya was born with her powers of supernatural sense, or this could be Jun, and she's talking about how Jin was born with supernatural sense, because I do believe that the Kazuma bloodline is kind of like the antithesis to the Mishima bloodline, where, like in the Tekken 5 Asuka ending, you could see that Asuka was able to purify Jin of the devil form by just touching him. So this may be Jun, you know, this may be something about that. She may be be able to use her powers of light, whatever you want to say, her Kazuma bloodline to stop all the evilness going around. But then again, if you go back here, oops, where is it? And then you go, see, he killed my mother. So that's obviously talking about Kazumi here, because that's Kazuya talking, unless that's Jin, but I highly doubt Jin changed his clothing and his hairstyle. Yeah, it's definitely Kazuya. So that was probably Kazumi, but you'll never know until they officially announce something. But, you know, it is probably. And I keep repeating myself here, so that's pretty much all there is in the teaser. Not that much to say in the teaser because it was very short, and we'll just have to wait to see in the coming weeks what's going on with this with Tekken 7. And of course, stay tuned at July 25th on San Diego Comic-Con. They're gonna announce more about Tekken 7 at the panel. I won't be there because I live on the East Coast, and I'm not gonna go all the way to San Diego because I don't have any money. So I'll be following that very closely though, and I will bring updates as Tekken 7's development comes to the public, and any news and rumors of Tekken 7. It's been Pepper Too Spicy, and I will see you guys later.